Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so as I mentioned in a previous video, my mother was going to send me some watches, some quartz watches. And so if you didn't see that video, let me just tell you sort of the backstory on these watches. Okay, so my mother has a brother, my uncle. His name is Ralph, and Ralph is married to a woman named Anna, and Anna's father had two brothers, one of who was, I suppose his name was Reginald. And so Anna's uncle, basically, Uncle Reg, all right? Well, Uncle Reg passed away a couple of years ago, and he had no kids, he wasn't married, and that being the case, Ralph and Anna, my aunt and uncle, were the beneficiaries of everything he had, including his watches. Well, they're not watch people, and my mother got to talking with my uncle, and it came up that I'm into watches, and so Ralph sent my mother Uncle Reg's watches to send to me. And so here they are. They're in Japan, and these essentially are quartz watches from Uncle Reg, who by all accounts wasn't a watch guy. So, you know, I don't own any quartz watches, and I can't say that I would go out and buy one, but I suppose it'll be kind of cool to have a quartz watch. And, you know, I'm sort of honored to have Uncle Reg's watches. I think it's a special thing to, you know, have a person's watch or watches. So I do appreciate it. And let's get into it. Let's see what they are. Alright, so wristwatch check, the no date sub. I was timing my youngest daughter's reading session. We started the minute hand was right there, and so I can time how much we read by the sub. So if you have a young daughter who's learning to read, you gotta get a sub. Good enough. All right. Safety first. All right. What do we have here? Something from my mom. Let's see. I might have to edit this part out. Unlike most things, your birthday pleases me. Actually, this isn't a birthday present, but my birthday has passed, and she's already sent me something for my birthday, but perhaps this was just like an extra card. All right. That'll do for now. Carry on. Okay, clever card. That cat with its dry sense of humor. Hope it's a happy one. Love you and miss you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Hug, hug, kiss. Hug, 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 kiss. Mom. All right, and I know who this is. Interesting. All right, some clippings from a newspaper. My grandfather. This must have been like some old news clippings. She started sending me things of my grandfather because, you know, I've expressed an interest in him, and this was my grandfather, Louis Yates, and I guess this was a retirement shindig. As you know, I've got 3 of his watches, a Timex, a Wedgfield, and a Hamilton. And there he is. It was funny. I was talking with my mom, and she had sent me some other photos that I should probably show you guys sometime if you're curious. And she mentioned, yeah, like your grandfather kind of looked like a gangster. So what do you think? Does he look like a gangster? Kind of. I think he could pass for a gangster. Maybe not in his older years, but well, you know, being a gangster, nothing's wrong with that, right? All right, let's see what we have here. So obviously, I have no idea what these are, anything about them. All right, so interesting. Okay, no. Okay, SKC. China movement. I'm assuming this is a quartz. There's some plastic on here, so maybe it wasn't used. It's got a little 70s feel. It kind of reminds me of that Timex of my grandfather's. Which, by the way, yeah, I'll have to make another video about that. All right, well, this definitely looks like a female's watch. Yeah, I won't be wearing this one. Too bad my wife is not into watches. Yeah, she's got a really good watch, actually. She's got an Omega Constellation, but she rarely wears it. So, all right, this is a very like 70s type bracelet. Time. So I think this like came from Time magazine or something. It must have been like a gift for a subscription. I remember my mom mentioning that there were like some Time watches. Kind of interesting. Okay, it does have a second hand. It's just right flush with the minute hand. I'll get all these going. I mean, it's kind of just a fun thing to do, so. A day date. Pulsar. Alright, this is kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Yeah, so, wow. Yeah, that's, it's got some stuff sort of inside the case. Looks like some trash. That's very interesting. It's got like a, day date thing going on. Exactly like, the same as a day date in where they put the day. Pulsar, yeah. I mean, this one, I don't know what to make of that trash inside. It looks like just something is, like rotted or flaked off. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll get this one going. I'd like to, because, Pulsar's, it's sort of a somewhat respected brand, I want to say. Interesting, kind of a two-tone type Jubilee-esque bracelet. Yeah, this could have been Pulsar's answer to a day date. Okay, another Time. Okay, this one's, I want to say this one's a little nicer. Well, actually, it's about the same. But it's, unlike this one, it's got a strap. So let's see. I'm assuming this is probably a plastic strap. Yeah. Oh, genuine leather. Okay. Huh. And from the wear, I think it must have been used by Reg. Uncle Reg. He must have loved his Time magazine. That's kind of simple and sort of classy. Japan movement. Stainless steel case back. Genuine leather, China. Okay. So again, I see some wear, so he must have used it. Yeah, I mean, so being a non-watch guy, I think he would probably get these from his Time magazine subscription and just that was like his new watch, and until next year's watch came around. All right, well, this looks like a small watch. Yeah, very odd. Timex electric. I mean, it looks like a female's watch. I don't know why you would have one. Unless, I mean, I don't think, you know, back in the day, you know, I know small watches were the craze, but did they get that small? All right, 2 more. All right, a Benris. Look at this. Wow, that's retro. And it's got some plastic. Here, let's go ahead and take it off. Benris quartz. That's actually kind of cool in like a, wow, really 70s way. And it's got, again, that 70s bracelet. Yeah, I'll definitely get these going. What does it say on here? Okay, so it tells you the battery you need. Japanese movement, stainless steel case back, base metal bezel. Interesting. And there's one more a lot like it. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was exactly the same thing. And I was right. Look at that. Any difference between the two? I have no idea why it's 2 of the same watch. Unless maybe you really liked like this and got an extra one just, you know, to have one on the ready. I'm trying to think and see if there's any sort of wear of one and not the other. They don't really look used. Anyway, I think these are my favorite of the bunch. You know, Benris. I know my military watch is a Benris. So, anyway, there you have it, guys. Uncle Reg's watches. We'll get them going. That'll be just something fun to do. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.